want to say to my brother President William Ruto, if in our zeal to work, I have wronged you, please find it in your heart to forgive me.
What really went wrong for Rigathi? I mean, what really happened? The once bromance that turned out to be a darling to so many Kenyans, and everyone was praising, Ruto Gachagua, and they were elected. But then now things are falling apart. After 2 years, I mean, this didn't even happen in the previous government. It's actually funny to see how things are falling apart for the once bromance. I wouldn't call it marriage, but relationship or connection that these two people had. So I want us to focus today on what really happened to Rigathi. I mean, what came about to him being impeached now that we have the impeachment motion tabled in parliament just last week by the West MP. Anyways, guys, welcome back to Maya Diaries, where I actually give you one of the best diaries worth listening to, and I'll be exploring about politics and what has been trending, and just trying to share with you captivating stories, of course, through comical ways. I don't know if I'm a funny person, but anyway, before I even came up with this channel, I was like, what should I call it? Should I leave it as Maya the Resilient because I know I'm a resilient person, or should I change to Maya Diaries? But I felt like sharing on a weekly or daily basis on a diary about politics or trends or life stories, wherever it is, would be very captivating, and I'm hoping that you're gonna love it as my audience. Currently, we are at 36 subscribers and loving it. Kudos to those who have subscribed. So if you haven't subscribed, please make sure you do an effort to subscribe and make sure you hit that notification button so that anytime I do a video, you get notification. Well, Gachagua, the darling of people, Rigathi, Mr. Truthful Man. It all started when, we all know how it went during the campaign, so I won't talk about that. That is a bygone. But after Rigathi and Ruto were elected, Rigathi came out so strongly about, shareholders, and he was so critical about having kept mitego, traps in State House.
Hiyo ikulu nimeweka mitego kila kona, kila bahali nimeweka, na niko na watu wa kunipigia simu. Wakionekana tu karibu naambiwa.
But all in all, I don't know how Raila Odinga and the ODM team managed. They now have a broad-based government. So one of the things that I actually really haven't figured out is how Rigathi became like the scapegoat at the moment. From the public opinion that happened last Friday, kudos to Kenyans, because everyone was saying kufa dereva kufa makanga. I mean, if the deputy has to go, the roads start from the top, so they need to go, all of them, of which many of us agree that yeah, definitely they have to go, all of them. But Rigathi, how did this come about? We all know Rigathi wanted to actually from swearing in when he actually wanted to swear himself in. I mean, didn't even follow the directives.
In the office of the Deputy President
of the Republic of Kenya,
that I will diligently
serve the people,
discharge my duties, and perform my functions in the said office.
May I request that we take it again, please?
To the best of my judgment.
I'm sorry, let's take it again.
And then he went on to start talking about shareholders. I mean, people who voted for the government, were the ones to be given the priority. And then he went on to watu wa Murima, mtu asiguze Murima, bora usiguze Murima. And from
bora usiguze Murima means don't disturb the status quo, because wazungu wanasema if it's working, don't fix it. You see, the Mount Kenya,
yes,
is a dormant volcano. I don't know whether you have done geography.
Yes.
And a dormant volcano stays, but it can erupt anytime, so you don't disturb it. You just let it stay. That's what it means. What I was using Mulima, because yes, Mount Kenya is a dormant volcano. Yes. You have done geography.
From these conversations, people felt like Rigathi Gachagua is a tribal person. I mean, he's tribalistic, which to some extent, many might agree. But you know, we know how Kenya politics are. What led to Rigathi Gachagua impeachment and what has been coming out so loudly is after the Gen Z protest, 25th, Viva Gen Z, Viva, Viva Gen Z, Viva. So after that protest, people from Kenya Kwanza started claiming that Riggy G was behind the protest, of Gen Z, and that he wanted to overthrow the government. And I think this is one of the accusations that they have in the motion that you have tabled in Parliament. And just wondering how could Riggy, be behind that, and he wasn't even vocal about the finance bill. I mean, he wasn't against the finance bill. He didn't come out so clearly to speak against the finance bill, because we felt like the demonstration against the finance bill were organic and more so on 25th. But people believe that there were some intruders, and those intruders were actually brought about by Rigathi Gachagua, the deputy president. I don't know. Maybe you can tell me at the comment section about your opinion or your idea about, is it true that Rigathi Gachagua was, behind the Gen Z protest, or this protest was just organic? But from the public opinions, you already have your answer. It wasn't like Riggy G was behind the protest. So we're actually waiting to see how this impeachment motion will go about.
Read together with Article 145 of the Constitution of Kenya that we passed in 2010, and as read together with our standing orders number 64 and 65 of the standing orders of the National Assembly, the Assembly of the Republic of Kenya. This Honorable House resolves to remove from office, by way of impeachment, His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua, EGH, the current Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya.
But today, Rigathi Gachagua has come out and has asked for forgiveness.
To my brother, President William Ruto, if in our zeal to work, I have wronged you, please find it in your heart to forgive me. I want to say, if my spouse, in our duties for the boy child and our program, has wronged you in any way, find it in your heart to forgive her. To our members of parliament, if in the course of duty, through our utterances and actions, we have in one way or another upset you, all wronged you, find it in your heart to forgive me. If our brothers who did not support the president and myself in the way my region and the Rift Valley supported him, and probably you find that in appreciating our people and the support they give the president and I, probably our utterances made you feel uncomfortable. We did not mean bad. We were simply appreciating the people who voted for us. And if you feel that we rubbed you the wrong way, please find it in your heart to forgive me. To the people of Kenya, in our service across the country, as we serve you, if there is anything we have done or said that you found unpalatable, that you found unacceptable, please find it in your heart to forgive me.
People are still critical because you use the word if, I mean, if you're asking for forgiveness, it means that there was something wrong, but it was so courageous of him to come out. The other speculation that Rigathi Gachagua must resign before he gets impeached, so to kind of salvage his, his image and political career, because once you are impeached in Kenya as a leader, then it becomes so hard to actually hold positions in Kenya. You can take, for instance, Ferdinand Waititu, Mike Sonko, and many others who have been impeached and haven't had the opportunity to come back to power again. But we're really anxious to see how this is going to turn out on Tuesday. Is Rigathi Gachagua going to appear in Parliament, or is it actually done for him? What do you think about this impeachment motion? I know many of us already say that they should go, both of them, but what do you think about the motion that already is in Parliament? Because if we need them to go, then it means that someone else needs to forward an impeachment motion for the president. I mean, just my thinking. But anyway, really looking forward to see how Gachagua Gachagua impeachment is going to turn out. So tell me what you think in the comment section. Is it really worth it, or is it a misplaced priority? See you next time, and stay safe, stay warm. Bye.